Okay, hey. What's up, guys? We'll wait and see if some more people get on. I don't know why I'm typing, but I am. Anyway, ask any questions you guys want. Wow, we actually have some people joining. Lena, hey! That's funny. I'm live, can't you tell? Are the girls asleep? Oh, that's hilarious. When are you coming to bed? Well, it's 8:56. I'll come to bed in the next, I don't know, it depends how many people get on here. Half hour to an hour. That is too funny. For those of you who don't know, Kate is one of my daughters, and Brooklyn is my other daughter. Brooklyn hates sleeping, so that's why she's not asleep yet, apparently. Okay. I never know when to begin, because people like come and go. Oh dang, my video's going slow. Brooklyn gave you a thumbs up, is that what you're saying? Silly little girl. She needs to go to bed. Okay, I'll wait one more minute and then I'm going to start talking. If you guys want to share anything or ask any questions, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just talk about the points that I was going to talk about. But yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait 1 minute for people to join. Hello, everyone that is currently joining. It's always so awkward waiting for people to join. I guess it's not that awkward. Okay. Guys, comment. Oh, Brooklyn's saying something. Yes, when you said she doesn't like sleeping, just start. Okay, I am starting. I'm starting. Good night. Just kidding. uh, tell a joke or a funny story to start. What funny story? Okay, I'll tell a funny story. So, whenever I have like a ball in my hands, whether I don't, whatever it is, even if it's like a balled up sock, I always want to like throw it at people. I don't know why. I don't want to like hurt them, but just like playfully throw it at them, I guess, just for fun. Or if it's like a soccer ball or like one of those like light balls at the grocery store, I want to like kick them. And so whenever I kick them, they always end up hitting somebody's face, like literally every time. And I'm not that good of an aim, but every time, without fail, it always ends up hitting someone's face. It's happened like 3 or 4 times in the last 2 days, so that's my little story. Even though I don't know if it's so funny. Okay, anyway, for your stimulus update, guys, here we go. So stimulus updates are kind of sparse the last couple of days. A lot of it is because the Senate feels like they're coming back into session on Monday. They aren't really talking with people about what they're working on. Wow, everybody just left right when I start talking about stimulus. That's great. Anyway, so they're going to propose a stimulus package right when they get back. Senator Mitch McConnell, he's the Senate Majority Leader. He is preparing a package. I mean, by him preparing a package, I don't mean he's sitting at a computer preparing this. He has people who does that for him, right? Whether it's companies or aides who help him or different people. Anyway, they all help him prepare this stimulus package, and other senators too, and their aides. And so with their help, he's able to prepare hundreds of pages, if not thousands of pages, for this document. Because last time, remember, it was like over 2,000 pages for the CARES Act. Anyway, so on Monday is when they're going to bring the information. So there are rumors that it's going to be the income cap is going to be $40,000. And the reason why that's a rumor is because Senator Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, he said that he believes the people who make $40,000 or less are the ones who have gotten hurt the most. So he's not necessarily saying that he only will give a stimulus check to them. He's just saying that they got hurt the most. They're the ones who he wants to help the most. And so that's where people are getting that from. I do see how they feel that way or how they think that's a possibility. Although I disagree that to say that's a firm line that only people making under $40,000 will get a stimulus check. I think there's still a high likelihood of the limit being similar to last time, $75,000 and $150,000 if you're married filing jointly. Same thing goes for the $1,200. The checks last time were $1,200. This time, people are saying that they might be less than $1,200. It just depends. It could end up being less than $1,200, although I don't know, because Trump really does want to give more stimulus than what was given or what the Democrats were wanting to give. I mean, he clearly said that. Now, I don't know if that was just like an acting gig that he was doing or if he's being genuine about that. I do know he's willing to totally shut down a stimulus package if it's not what he wants. That means if the Senate passes it and the House passes it and he shuts it down, it could go back to the Senate and they could pass it. But if he shuts it down, I mean, I don't know. I'd be a little shocked if the Senate passes it after that. Anyway, if you guys have any other questions about the stimulus package, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. Something that I'm finding interesting right now, and I'm going to do more research on this, and maybe I will bring it up with you guys later in another live or another video or something. But the coin shortage, I'm fascinated by this. So every article that you bring up, go Google search coin shortage. It's like the pandemic leads to national coin shortage. Okay, how does a pandemic lead to a national coin shortage? That's a bunch of baloney, unless it's people aren't using coins because places are only accepting cards. But that just means people are holding on to their coins, right? I don't know. If you guys know anything about a coin shortage, again, share it in the comments. But yeah, see, Walmart asking customers to pay with cards amid ongoing national coin shortage. I mean, it's like they can't get coins, so why is the Federal Reserve not willing to give coins? Maybe search why is there a coin shortage. Anyway, there's a bunch of like conspiracy theories around about the coin shortage. So this says, according to the Federal Reserve, there's a coin shortage nationwide. Wow, I can't read. Experts say the reason this is happening is that many businesses were shut down because of the pandemic. As a result, fewer coins are in circulation. Doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. Because, like, how is there a coin shortage? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. If companies are shut down, I mean, I don't know if you guys have worked somewhere where you had to, like, finalize the teller or whatever it's called, the money machine for the night. I worked at a couple places where I had to do that. And you count the money, and either that day or the next day it goes to the bank. And you only keep a certain amount of coins and a certain amount of bills there at the place where you work. So, like, if these places are shut down, it's not like they're holding on to millions of coins, right? So I do not understand where this coin shortage is coming from. Honestly, I kind of lean towards the conspiracy theorists. Sandra, sure pray that they pass a good stimulus plan. So many people are hurting. Thanks, Russell, for the great job that you do. Sandra, thank you so much. You always support so much, and I seriously appreciate it so much, all your comments. And I am positive you are one of the people who are liking the videos. Thank you so much, Sandra. Yeah, I'm hopeful and that they'll pass a good stimulus package. It's just so many families need it. If you cut it off at 40 grand, it's like there's so many families out there that have children that, I mean, they can't even survive on 40,000 a year. I mean, if you got a few children, like, that's a tough income to survive on in most states, I would say. So I'm with you, Sandra. Really hoping and praying that they don't cut that off at 40,000 and that they don't cut it lower than $1,200 a person. Thanks for sharing, Sandra. So yeah, that's kind of the coin shortage. I don't have much more to talk about it right now, but if you guys have anything, comment it below or share it. Kind of weird. I don't understand it. I guess that leads into, some people think that, like, Trump's gonna forgive all debt. I don't know. That one's weird too. Like, what the heck happens then? I don't know, because they think that he's gonna do away with the Federal Reserve and then go back to, like, the gold and silver standard. That'd be interesting. I don't know. I mean, these are all financial topics that, like, I think are actually, like, really important because they have a huge effect on how we handle our finances in this country. Like, currently, right, our dollar bill and our coins are only backed by that. You and I agree that this dollar bill that has a picture of Abraham Lincoln on it is worth $5, and right now this can buy, I don't know, the only thing I can think of is soda, because I probably buy too much soda. But, like, right, it can buy, like, a 12-pack of soda plus a bag of candy or something, So, I don't know. Like, right now, that's all that backs that, is that I know with this I can buy a 12-pack of soda and some candy. Whereas, like, previously, this $5 bill would buy me so much gold, like so many grams of gold. Anyway, so interesting that he might, or people think that he might cancel all debts and go back to the gold and silver standard. Possible. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, like, how, if the Senate and House can, like, let him do that, or if he, like, if they have a way of, like, stopping him, I don't know that much about laws. Tonight, honestly, I was gonna go live on my TikTok, but I can't go live on my TikTok because I don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok. But I actually really like my TikTok. I'm able to do really short videos there. I give the same stimulus updates there every single day. And of course, they have to be less than 60 seconds because that's only like the TikTok can be. So I actually like the TikTok platform. I wish it was more like not so much trash on there. It's getting better, but I hope it continues to get better. Anyway, on to the next one. I think I put in there real estate, that I was going to talk about the real estate market. So with the current real estate situation, what's going on is that a bunch of people have gone into mortgage forbearance. And what that means is that they are able to skip so many payments. Say it's 3 payments that their company allows them to skip, and either that company will request that they pay those payments at the end of those 3 months that they're able to skip, or that they pay those payments at the end of their loan cycle, so the end of the 15 or 30 years of their mortgage. And so it's kind of up to the company who holds your mortgage how they want to do that. But the problem with this is that if people are skipping their mortgage simply because they want to save money, okay, that's one thing. But if they're skipping their mortgage and going into mortgage forbearance because they can't pay their mortgage, that's a bigger issue, right? And if that's only 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, I mean, once that comes up and time is due and they need to start paying their mortgage, they're going to have to foreclose if they can't afford their mortgage. Or, I mean, they can try to sell it, but I don't know if they'll be able to sell it quick enough. There's obviously, I don't know, there's talk of a lot of homes flooding the market soon. And if that were to happen, prices would definitely soften and drop. And so that would cause a huge issue for people if they can't pay their mortgage and then they have to sell, because they might not get as much money as they were hoping for their home. My wife doesn't like TikTok. She doesn't have a TikTok account, so she can't even talk. TikTok talk. TikTok's a bomb, babe. Come on, get on board. Anyway, so that's kind of the real estate crisis that's going on, is that the worry is with all the mortgages in forbearance and people waiting to pay their mortgage, okay, that's fine, but if they can't pay it when it comes due, what's everyone going to do? And that could hurt the economy a lot. So waiting to see how that kind of unfolds. We'll see a lot more here in the next 2 to 3 months, I think, with that. I don't know if I have a prediction on that, though, honestly. It just depends. What else did I say I was going to talk about? Oh, I said I was going to share like positive thoughts. So, in my video I did earlier today, and in my TikTok, no, I didn't do a TikTok about this. I should have. I just shared, so I recently heard this and I loved it, and so I kind of shared it in my own words. And the fact is just that you are your life's own hero. And the reason this is because you have every bit of power within you to be whoever you want to be, to become whatever you want to become. And you also, it was funny because I didn't hear this from Stephen Gardner, but Stephen Gardner shared something similar in his live that he just did today. And he said that you can either be your own, he didn't use the word hero. He said you can be your own biggest fan or your own biggest enemy or something like that. And that's so true, right? Because you can either be your own life's hero, or you can be your own life's demon and tear yourself down and tear yourself apart. And the reason why I wanted to share that is because I think right now, amid the COVID-19 going on and social distancing and everything like that, I think it's really easy to kind of give up and give in and become complacent in anything, whether it's health, financial. Hey, babe. Yeah, am I loud? Oh, sorry. You can close it. No, I was gonna do my TikTok live on that, but TikTok doesn't like me, so I didn't do my live on it. You messed up my rhythm. You ain't watching my live? What the heck? Oh. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so just amid this pandemic, it's really easy to get down on yourself, and it's easy to say, I'm not good enough. I am not going to be able to do what I wanted to. Especially when like the economy was doing so well, and I feel like so many people were doing so well and progressing so much, and now it's going to be a lot harder to progress. Mainly because consumers are going to be a lot more conservative with their purchasing and spending habits, and so they won't do quite as much. But I truly still believe that you can be your own life's hero. You can truly make your life whatever you want it to. You can do whatever you want to. And it sounds silly and cliche sometimes to say that, but I mean, I just don't know how to stress it enough. Like envisioning things and meditating and pondering on them, whether it's for 1 minute a day or 15 minutes a day, it doesn't matter. But just make sure that you don't lose that dream. I think it is once you lose that dream that's truly when we kind of die inside. And honestly, I think that's when we begin our decline in like health and everything like that. And I think that's a huge reason why some people that you meet that are 75 still are very youthful and optimistic and everything like that, and some people who are 75 are um, close to death, you know. And if dad, I'm sure my dad might end up watching this, and he's 73. Dad, I'm not referring to you. You are a very youthful person, so not referring to you, Dad. Um, Anyway, guys, there's quite a few of you on here. Comment what you want me to talk about. I've hit on all the 4 points that I mentioned in the title and description, but some of you I'm sure just joined. If you guys want to comment here in the next minute or so and let me know what you want me to touch on, what you would like to hear, I'm happy to touch on it again. Yeah, it's easier to have more to talk about when there's more comments. You write your own story? What do you mean by that, Lena? Wow, this young trader has quietly made over $1 million in 2020. That's neat. I wish I was in. No, just kidding. I love my life. I could touch on the stock market a little bit. What? The man who bought Amazon at $48, given Amazon's like over $3,000 right now, right? It says buy TAAS now. What's TAAS? Any of you know? Oops, not Spotify. Go to Robinhood. I don't know. It's not even on Robinhood. Sketch. Anyway, about stocks. Stock market did well today, um, especially if you were in like. So when the stock market started to drop, I got in Boeing, Marriott, and Delta, and all three of those did great today. Um, there is, I don't know. I don't feel like they're that risky. They're large companies that all I think are gonna rebound and do well. Do you believe that if they do another stimulus, it'll be another 1,200? Sandra, great question. I believe that it will be another $1,200. Although people are talking about the possibility of it not being $1,200 and it being less. Um, I don't know where that came from. I have read it all over like news articles, and I feel like once it gets out in one news article, they kind of all copy each other. And the same thing happens with YouTube. Is like, um, I mean, we all can only get our information from so many places unless you have like an insider connection, which I don't know any YouTuber or yeah, I don't know any YouTuber that has like an insider connection. Um, and so, I mean, straightforward. I just get my information straight from the news. I read every news article that I can on stimulus updates, stimulus check, stimulus package, anything like that, and try to gather as much information that I can and share just the very most important with you guys. Um, and from what I've read, I haven't found where they got the idea that a check can be less than $1,200, except for the fact that Republicans don't want to spend a lot of money and they want to keep the package under $1 trillion, which last time stimulus checks were around $300 billion, and that was with the $1,200 and with the higher income level. So I believe that there'll be $1,200. I don't know. I mean, if they do drop them, maybe like 800 or $1,000. I'd be shocked though. I mean, I don't think that they're going to do $1,200 per dependent. I think they'll do 500 again per dependent, and just leave it at like unlimited dependents and not limit it to three. Um, but I don't know. What do you think, Sandra? If some of you are just hopping on, just share down in the comments what you want me to talk about. Pretty much touched on everything, but I'm happy to touch on whatever you want to hear about. Um, yeah. I'm glad we agree, Sandra. You're seriously the best. I feel like you're like the most positive person in my comments, honestly. So thank you. Well, except for my wife, she's the most positive for sure. Excuse me. Hmm. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions, comments, thoughts, conspiracies, funny jokes? I could finish with a funny story. I have lots of funny stories. It's just trying to think of them. Should I tell one from when I was like little or older? Huh. I don't know. I don't know what to tell. No other questions? If there's no other questions, I might peace out. No, I can't tell that story. See, that's my problem. Is I like think of stories and then I'm like, nah, I can't tell that story. Anyway, I should try to be positive, but right now that's a hard thing to do. Thanks for the kind words. You do a great job, Sandra. Honestly, you're like always so positive in the comments. Everything you share is positive. And even on Stephen Gardner's stuff, all your comments, I've seen your comments on there too. And they're always positive. So keep it up. I just honestly, I just really hope and pray and send like all the positive vibes or whatever you want to call it, like out to everybody who's struggling, because like it's a really hard, like scary time. I own a company that takes care of individuals with intellectual disabilities. Wow, that's a mouthful to get out. And with that company, we do like job coaching as part of it for these individuals, and I have one person who we help, and they had a job at McDonald's, and it was a great job, paid decent. I mean, it paid like $11 an hour or something for like an entry level job, and they decided to quit and just like not go into work one day and never go back. And when they decided that, I just said, I was like, and this was just like a month ago, and I was like, man, like you're gonna have a really hard time like getting a new job right now. And he's like, it's okay. And I was like, I don't know. And now they're kicking themselves in the butt because it's a hard time to get a new job to provide. I mean, it's just tough right now. I think it's very competitive. There are a lot of people trying to enter the job workforce right now, and it's a tough place to be in right now. But like I said earlier, like you truly are your own life's hero, and what I mean by that is like you literally can make your life whatever you want it to be. So go out there and do your very best every single day, and even if your very best that day is barely waking up, just know that's good enough, and like push forward one more day, and the next day will be better. That's the best thing I think we can do. Okay, here's one last story I'll share, and then I'll get off here, because I promised my wife I would. So, with I was watching somebody's live on TikTok earlier, and they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna do like a 5 or 10 minute live," and I got back on like an hour later, and they were still doing their live. That's something that I would do. Okay, it's a funny story. So my oldest daughter was like 2 or something like that, and we were at her cousin's house, and they have a trampoline, and she was out on the trampoline, and I was like, "Oh, fun! I'll go jump with her." So I'm holding her hands, and we're like jumping, holding each other's hands, and I don't know, I can't remember what happened. I don't know if I think I was trying to like bounce her a little bit. Terrible idea. And so I like bounced her, but obviously she didn't want, well, I mean, not obviously, because I'd never jumped on a tramp with her before, but she didn't want to like be bounced. And so when I bounced her, she like rather than gently absorbing the like shock of the bounce, she just like locked her legs, and so her leg took like the blunt of the force, and right above her knee, like I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, like right here, she just like got a green, what they called it, a green stick or green stick fracture, and so it bent, and it didn't like actually break though, because kids' bones are so soft. So she had to get a cast, and it was really sad. And she had like just started to learn to walk. So like we were super worried she wasn't gonna walk for a long time after that. But she just started walking on her cast all over the place. And we went to go take her cast off, and like the whole foot of her cast was like worn off. Because she just walked on it all the time. She wasn't gonna stop. She liked walking. But it was sad to watch her walk. Poor little girl. Felt so bad. Then we went to the beach, and we had to like put a bag on it or something, I think. Maybe we just let her play. I think we put a bag on it. No, did she get it off right before the beach? Maybe she got it off right before the beach. Huge blessing. Anyway, that's my silly story. Okay, any other questions, guys? I'll give you 30 seconds. Sorry, I'll stop clicking the pen. That's probably so annoying. Should I make my lights go crazy? Where's my... I think my daughters took... Oh, there it is. Look, I can make my lights go like nutso. Ooh. This is the countdown lighting. Okay, guys, I'm not seeing any other questions, so thank you guys so much for joining this live, or if you're watching it later, seriously, thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. It means a ton to me to have you guys as a part of my channel and community on here. I'm definitely an extrovert, and so this, like, through this pandemic and shutdown and everything, it's brought me a lot of joy to get on here and share with you guys and to create and make something new every single day. And waking up in the morning, and honestly, I can say that I wake up in the morning and I have no clue what I'm going to share. That's probably super distracting in the back end. Maybe I'll do like a smooth transition. Every single morning when I wake up, I have no idea what I'm going to share. And so it's a new adventure every single day when I'm starting my video and preparing it for you guys. And I love that. I love finding something new to share with you every single day, and finding something that hopefully, that I truly believe will bring value into your lives. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting me. This is like a dream come true to be able to be on YouTube and share this with you guys. So thanks so much, and I hope you guys have a great night and sleep well. And unless you're on the other side of the world, then have a great day if you're just getting up. See ya. Bye-bye.